am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This will be past, present, future, you, or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule, and it is a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay? All right. Be sure to tell a family, friend, and foe, or to come on over, subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. Collective, I'm picking up on the energy you have had to possibly cut ties with someone. This could be someone that you consider to be the matriarch of the family. You have had to cut ties by force. This is something you did not want to do, but you felt you had to do. This could be the matriarch of the family. This could also be, if not a person or physical, this could be some kind of tradition that maybe you and your family may follow, some kind of belief system. But either way, you have made the choice to, excuse me, to break tradition, to break that pattern, way of being, doing, or thinking, some kind of way of following. This could be a career path, a method of belief system, something religious, something cultural. But you could have chosen to cut ties, possibly with your family, with someone in your lineage, or someone close to you. You have chosen to do this. Possibly, I'm picking up because of judgment. Maybe you're someone who has endured a lot of judgment, and maybe some people are able to tolerate people judging them, observing them, and passing their opinion. There are some who are able to tolerate constructive criticism, and there are some who are not. So I'm picking up on the energy that this has impacted you in many ways. Doesn't mean that you're weak, doesn't mean that you're less than, but the idea and the fact that you have been greatly, harmfully, Spirit is saying, judged throughout your entire life by possibly the matriarch of the family. This person could be someone who is still living or someone who has passed on, as well as parental figures or those who you admire and look up to. It has impacted your life in a major way. It has it has created some form of seeds of doubt. It has implanted seeds of doubt, within your spirit, and you are desiring to change the narrative of how you perceive yourself, how you feel about life. Possibly, asserting yourself around these family members, and I'm hearing blow by blow, taking blows. You felt like you were a punching bag. Everyone looking at you, comparing you, ostracizing you, making you feel unorthodox, treating you like the black sheep of the family. You become fed up, so you have chosen to accept the judgment and create the judgment as well, in agreement with spirit, to cut ties. You have come to an agreement to love those who choose to judge you from a distance. And this is something, you are severing ties with these people, and you're not looking forward to returning. I'm picking up there was a lot of discomfort, a lot of disrespect, a lot of inconsideration. This could be things such as your appearance, body shaming, maybe critiquing your weight, maybe calling you overweight, maybe making comments or expressions trying to make you feel like you're not beautiful, trying to antagonize you emotionally, break your spirit, lower your confidence about yourself, okay? So I'm picking up someone body shaming someone, mocking your clothing, mocking your ideas. If there was a family gathering and if there was a conversation taking place, in the moment that you partake or engage in a conversation, I'm hearing people often mock or laugh at your ideas or whatever it was that you had to add to the conversation. And so you have accepted that, yes, this is my family, but I do not have to stay where I am not celebrated. I do not want to be where I am being tolerated. And so you're choosing to sever ties, okay? And so this decision that you have made possibly has made you feel as if you are alone, as if, you are the lone wolf. But these wolves behind her represents male or female, that you are not alone and that you are protected on this path. Source is saying that you will not be loved or loved any less or liked any less by source of the divine because you've chosen to sever ties. Spirit understand that this is something that was for your highest good, and this was something that needed to be done in order for you to move forward, in order for you to be able to enjoy life, the life that you desire, co-create with the universe, live a life of fulfillment and joy and peace. It's pretty tough to have that when you're around people who desire to constantly sabotage you or want to make you feel as if you are chained or binded to a situation. I'm also picking up that at one moment you were brainwashed, projected onto to feel and think that if you were to ever part from your family or from tradition, their way of being, doing, thinking, or engaging in life, that you would be punished in somehow. But you have come to the realization that that is an illusion. Now, if that is your family's belief system, Spirit is saying it's okay for them to partake in whatever they desire for their own lives. But what is not okay is to project a false belief and place fear onto someone, especially when it's regarding you wanting to be independent. A leader, because I'm picking up you're someone who has leader qualities. You're very smart, you're very different, and you're very unique. But this is for a reason, and this is a reason because you are chosen out of your lineage. You are one of the chosen. Everyone is chosen to do something, but there are very few that are specifically chosen per lineage, sometimes skipping generations to do something that is extraordinary or something that is created to bring realignment and recalibration to the bloodline or the lineage, such as, ridding generational curses, okay? And changing and shifting the idea and the way of being that the family has been existing, okay? You could have possibly felt like you were walking on eggshells, especially when it came to you trying to create a life for yourself, especially when it came to your romantic life, your sense of wanting to date, get out and meet people, male or female. This could be two men or two women, with the reading where it resonates for you. But you could have also been judged in that area, what you look like, body shaming, what you wear, how you speak, your ideas, your plans you have for the future, maybe your choice of career, whether the person you were dating or you were interested in, whether or not they were, good enough or whether they would be attracted to you. You could just have had a lot of negative projection, from this family. Basically, when they chose to communicate with you, they were all working from, their shadow side. They did not want you to find the light within you. They did not want you to undergo, that cleansing, that renewal, that awakening in your life, because they knew that it would create a moment where you would choose to sever ties, several ties and leave the family, disconnect, because they're very unhealthy and toxic for your well-being and your existence. I'm picking up a family that was just very negative, and they were very impactful in your life, so you had to sever ties. And so you're choosing to walk a path that is less traveled. But the rules behind this person is representing possibly your spirit totem, that you are not alone, that you are protected. Okay, and so even if you feel that you have no one in the 3D, in actuality, collective, none of us are never ever alone. And so spirit wants you to be aware of this, okay? And so now you are looking towards creating a family of your own. You're able to create and you're able to be free, live a life of freedom, and enjoy the bliss of life. Maybe possibly you are desiring to have a child in a family of your own, though you are choosing to love your family from a distance. You are saying to yourself, I'm going to create a family of my own. And that is perfectly fine. And with these pictures on the wall here, these pictures, each frame represents an ancestor, a spirit guide that is letting you know that they support you and they understand why you chose to sever ties. And source is also saying the divine, they understand that it is for your highest good. So do not feel that you are loved any less or that you're going to be punished. I'm picking up that someone was brainwashed or trained or programmed to assume and think this. And Spirit is saying that was a fear tactic to keep you in a bubble, to keep you in a box, to make you be afraid of stepping out on faith and stepping into your own true self, you have come a long ways. You are no longer waiting to seek approval. You trust and know that moving forward, life will be better for you. You will experience greater. You are ready to embark on these new opportunities. Your confidence is increasing as each day and moment go by. The Spirit is saying just to be patient with yourself. And I always share that in every read, because with any change, when something is new to you, don't be so hard on yourself. Your life does not have to look like anyone else's. We do not have to imitate or duplicate the image of anyone else's lives. What is for you is for you, and what is for the next person is for them, respectfully so. And so the next card we have here, with the tower energy here and the waves of the water, you've been through an emotional roller coaster. Things have been very unsteady for you. You've even had people who tried to place towers in your path and in your way, but you have survived and strived. The Spirit is saying, do not believe or be deceived thinking that your suffering or the works that you are applying to yourself are going unnoticed, because your spirit team is extremely proud of you for withstanding, for standing 10 toes down, and for surviving through all that you have endured. I'm just picking up that it has been very hard for you, and you felt as if these chains that are here in this picture being depicted would never be broken, as if it would never be possible. But something occurred in your life that flicked a light switch on and put you into action. I'm picking up that you went to sleep one day and woke up the next day a whole new person, feeling cleansed, feeling renewed, feeling energized, feeling confident, and feeling most of all in the knowing that you can do it. You can move forward and progress without being connected to this toxic family. Okay? It's been a battle for you. You had a lot coming at you at one time, where you thought that you would be taken down, but you consistently and persistently stood your ground. You never backed down from anything that was thrown your way, whether this was gossip, slander, people plot, planning, strategizing against you, maybe different ideas or aspirations you probably possibly shared. And I'm picking up someone stealing ideas. Maybe you shared an career plan or some kind of passion project. I'm picking up possibly someone close to you could have stole your idea. Maybe they became successful or got some kind of clout from it, and you said nothing. And so it's not that you are a weak person. You're not a person to retaliate in the way that people are expecting, and that is a gift within itself. A very powerful gift and skill that one can practice and know is to never give them what they want, never be predictable, and never give them what they want. And I'm picking up that people have crossed you and harmed you, but you never retaliated. You never gave them the response that they were expecting. So those who wanted to maybe lash out at you after doing something cruel to you, expecting you to respond, you have chosen to go silent many a times in your life. And you have chosen not to go silent, you just retaliated in a different way. And this is your retaliation, breaking away from those chains, being independent, standing in your authority, ready to take full responsibility and to take on whatever is placed in your path, trusting and knowing that you will land on your feet and that you are always supported by a higher power and a higher source. And so every time that someone thought that they were defeating you, they were just really empowering you, giving you more strength and wit and tenacity to be instilled in your arsenal so that you're able to withstand each and every battle, each and every sword that came your way, each and every time that represented your karmic family members, friends, associates, ex-lovers, whoever these people may be to you, that represented them giving their power away to you. Each time that they projected negative energy towards someone who, has done nothing to them, which makes the energy unwarranted. You're attacking an earth angel. They are empowering you. So what they did, the weapons that they sent that they thought would destroy you or tear you down or create some kind of imbalance or dissatisfaction has actually created a lot of success and victory for you, has increased your strength, has made you wiser, has made you stronger. Okay, you're able to be more self-efficient. You're more confident. You're more powerful. And so they are in a gaze. They're trying to figure it out. You have people trying to figure it out. We've sent everything the collector's way. We've tried everything we could. We've been deceitful. We possibly slept with their spouse or someone they were dating. We've stole from them. We've gossiped about them. We've slandered their character. We've done all kind of things to take them down, and they're still standing. What is it about them? Just what is it? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? It is your connection with Source. It is your connection with the divine that even in dark times of your life, when things were unfair, you always knew that there was more than what meets the two eyes. You always knew that there was something bigger, better, and greater. And because you held on to that, even in times of dis-ease, even in times when you were being teased or mocked or treated unfairly or cheated on by a lover or maybe just not being treated fairly by your parental figure, whatever you have experienced, this could be from an uncle, an aunt, a relative, a sibling being cruel towards you in any kind of way. Each time that they, projected that energy, they were just empowering you, and the more you stood still, it was just helping you really increase your aura, and increase your ability to navigate this path. They were helping you with your preparation to walk your chosen path. They were helping you with preparation to walk in your purpose. And unbeknownst to them, they did not know, they were not supposed to know. And it was, meant that way. There are things that are meant, that are pre-orchestrated and pre-designed to happen and to be distributed in a particular way. And sometimes it's for the betterment of our existence, for our protection. We do not need to know all, but trust and know that you will have a positive outcome and that you're always being supported. Okay? And so you are the one, you are the chosen one, you are the enlightened one, you are the earth angel, you are the one chosen out of your lineage. So much so, as I said, they are confused. They want to know, how do you do it? They stand around in observation. You're like a puzzle to them, very confused. And this is the way it's supposed to be. They will never be able to figure you out because it's not part of their path or their mission to figure you out. Your gifts and your qualities is between you and Source. And they are standing around, wanting your power, wanting to take this light out of your hand, but they can't. These depictions here are only what they are hoping and wish they could have. But as you see, the reflection here is lighter and is brighter and more powerful and more stronger. Everyone is standing around you in a zombie-like nature. They are in mystery and in awe of you. They are shocked that the one that they have planned, plotted, strategized against has turned out to be the enlightened one, the successful one. You may have also experienced and witnessed many people in your family showing and expressing a lot of favoritism. And maybe when you have achieved certain accolades or did something successful, very few wanted to applaud you. This was intentional. Everything was strategically orchestrated. There is nothing you have experienced that is an accident. It was all to build you, make you stronger, and make you wiser, and to prepare you to walk in this purpose and on your path. And so it is meant for them, and it is also part of their karma for them to be very dissatisfied with the energy and the harm they have tried to inflict on you. They are very ashamed, many of them, and they will not tell you or share this with you, but many are ashamed of their experience with you. Those who have mistreated you, lied to you, lied on you, tried to gather with others to come up against you, set you up, hurt you in any kind of way, steal from you, take from you. They are in regret. And no, they won't say it in collective. You don't need them to say it. This is your confirmation in this read, not a coincidence. There are no coincidences. They are very sad at the experiences that they have had with you because they see now that they've made a mistake. You were the wrong one, and there's a repercussion. Touch not my anointed. There is a repercussion when you dibble and dabble in spaces and places that you're not supposed to. It's law, and we all know this. Doesn't matter what your belief system is, all are welcome on this channel. So they're very saddened. Some of them may feel like they need a spiritual bath. They may be trying to scrub it away. They may be trying to give themselves a cleansing. They may be going to try to get readings on you to find out what's your plans, what's your secret. But you are being protected. It is not being revealed. So you can trust and know that your path is protected as I keep holding this card up. Look at those rules behind this person here. You are protected. There's nothing they can do but watch from the sidelines. They are not welcome on this path. They have had their time with you. Their time is up. Their time is over. And any of these karmas that try to come your way, they will experience a repercussion for that. And they will experience it without you doing anything. You don't have to lift a finger. Their time is up. You are on a different timeline than these people. These situations of the past are just that. We cannot get the past back. We will leave the past there unless we're tapping into it to transmute some energy this way and harness it for our own good. That's the only reason. As if, example, maybe you're going to write a book. Maybe you're going to become a life coach. Maybe you're going to inspire others. But other than that, the past is gone and we're not trying to get it back. You are not interested in having old conversations. Let no one come to you trying to plead their case. That time is gone and it's behind you. They've had their time to treat you well, to be respectful, and they chose not to. I'm picking up that there was someone very greedy, someone who wanted it all for themselves, someone who wanted to take your power. This could be maybe someone in your family, an aunt, an uncle, a godparent, someone who knew about your gifts. There's someone in your family or close to you who knew that you were the enlightened one. They knew that you were empathic. They knew about your gifts, and they are very disturbed, and they're peed off right now. Yes, they are peed off like sweet peas with the carrots, okay? They are angry because you are walking in your power. They could also be speaking against you, slandering your character, calling you fake, calling you phony, saying you don't know what you're speaking about when they know darn well you've got their demons stirring up inside of them. Excuse me, their demons are stirring up inside of them. They are also dazed and confused. These people thought this day would never come, that they would never live to see it. A person with narcissistic tendencies, or the longer a person, doesn't matter who you are allowed or they feel they've been running amok. When a person has got away with doing something repetitively for so long, once the change finally arrives, it's so hard for them to embrace that the change is there. And you can put it in their hand, in their lap, give them instructions, but that's not your job and you will not do that. But I'm saying all this to say they're still in denial. So though you have made lots of progress, they see it, they feel it because you're no longer dealing with these people. You have chosen to break away. They're having conversations about you, but their conversations are old because they know nothing new about you. Everything they're speaking about you is old information, and it still could possibly be lies. Okay? Possibly. Okay? Because we all have moments in our life where we are living out of our shadow side. But change is possible. And a lot of changes for the positive you have made. There could be people also looking at photos, reminiscing. When they reminisce over you, people reminiscing, missing your presence, They couldn't honor you when you were present, so they have to miss you in your absence. Plain and simple. It's over and it's done. And so they could be looking at old photos and pictures of you. Someone could also be on social media searching for pictures and photos of you, trying to slander your character. looking for something to post, to let people see, maybe to try to turn people against you. But it won't work. No weapon that they form will ever prosper. It won't work at all. Just as you see this adult moving this big boulder here away from these children, this is you being protected on your path, being covered. Anything anyone tries to send your way, it will be returned to them. Okay? So trust and know and enjoy walking in your purpose. Enjoy staying present and staying grateful. It is time for you to enjoy all the bliss of life, the beautiful qualities about yourself. I'm picking up you haven't had time to really enjoy you, all the parts of you, getting to know you, getting to learn yourself, learn about your body, your mind, your spirit, your aura, how that you are a multidimensional being in the depths of you, the depths of your soul, really embracing all of you. There are no flaws. Everything is where it needs to be according to actions that were taken. Okay, we are programmed and taught, that we have to be a certain way. But no, we're supposed to be different. We're supposed to have different experiences, respectfully so, spiritually speaking, we're supposed to be different. We're supposed to look different, okay? Because if we were all the same, we wouldn't be able to learn anything about life or learn about each other. Okay, if everything was the same, if everybody did everything at the same time, I mean, like, come on. But this is your moment. Maybe you're going to get massages now. Maybe that's something you always want to do. I see someone going to get massages, and doing this on a regular basis, treating yourself, manicures, pedicures, facials, just loving on you, male or female. Okay? Just loving on you. Okay? But there is one person, this person could be maybe someone who's more seasoned in age, yes. I don't know if they're related to you or not. This could be someone outside of your family. But there's one person who is very proud of you. And they are watching you from afar. I don't know if you are on social media. Maybe they've seen you. Maybe they've seen you. And you didn't see them. That happens. You're out and about running errands and doing your thing. And a person could be in a distance and notice you. And maybe they see you, but you didn't see them. But they saw you and you look very happy and you look very well and healthy. And this person is applauding you. They may have not spoken to you, but they're applauding you and they're supporting you. But I'm picking up this is someone not related to you. So this could be like a family friend, maybe an older male gentleman, okay? An older male figure, more seasoned figure. This could be someone who could have possibly known you from a small child throughout your adulthood currently. And though you're not in contact, they are aware of all that you have been through. And they saw you somewhere, but you didn't see them. And they smiled and they just said, I'm so happy that they're doing well. And they look happy. It's something about your skin, the way you look. You look very refreshed and healthy and well. You don't look like what you've been through. And you can tell you're taking good care of yourself, okay? All right? You're taking very good care of yourself and it is showing. And I'm not talking about materialism when I say it is showing. I'm talking about your skin, your aura, your energy, just your presence. You look very happy. Your eyes, nice and clear, skin beaming. Your energy is good, and this person saw you. That's why I'm picking up. This could have been in traffic, maybe you were at a red light, maybe a car or two over. They saw you, but you didn't see them. Okay, but they're wishing you well. This person is in support and they're not trying to intervene. And if you are on social media and they see you, they're not trying to intervene with your peace or your happiness. This is someone who has their own life, their own success going on, and they're just wishing you well. They're not trying to latch on to you. They know what you have been through. And they're just very happy. Spirit said they're very proud and happy to see that you're well. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And see, they were there to witness, your moments of sadness, as a small child with a doll here. They were there to witness maybe the relationships of you dating, falling in love and falling out of love, and maybe people coming in between your relationships, your partnerships. Maybe you had a parental figure or people who were close to you, friends or family who tried to intervene. There's someone who doesn't want you to experience having a nurturing, healthy relationship. They want to block your opportunity for finding real love or true love. Okay, and so this is something that this person has witnessed. hmm See that their card is facing. They've witnessed you go through this. You know, but your guardian angel is right by your side. Okay, and you are the chosen one. You are the chosen one. Walking you onto your path. To hold that board there. You are the chosen one to carry it forward and break some of those generational curses. And you're already doing it. You've been doing it without knowing, okay? Breaking away from the karmics and unhealthy people, but you're also working on yourself. You're changing things within yourself that has been going on, in your family for a long time. It can be drinking, smoking. It can be promiscuity, being very open with your sexuality. It could be a lot of things. It could be negative thinking. Okay, building, creating. There's a lot of things I'm picking up, but you've been doing it without even trying. And your guardian angel is right there, letting you know you're on the right path. And here's your time for you to take position. Stand 10 toes down. We got you. We support you. See the boulder being moved. Even when you were a small child, we were with you and we were protecting you. When you were a small, innocent child, this represents people trying to harm you. This could be people trying to be handsy with you, mistreat you, make you feel bad, take from you. Okay? And your angels were right there to move it away. Say, no, not my child. This child is a chosen one. They're here to do something bigger and better. And you've made it. You've made it. And now you're taking position, you're taking your throne. So remain confident and continue to hold the light. Everyone has their own guardian angel. Everyone does. If you're a parental figure, your children has their own guardian angel. Okay? Yeah. You were the missing piece of the puzzle. You were the missing piece. Gotta hold it up again. Ancestors have been waiting for you. And you've done it. You're doing it. I'm going to say done. You're doing it. You've been doing it. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. And you're being persistent. You're being persistent. You're being persistent. Cutting those ties and leaving them severed. The second card here, you're being persistent. Confirmation. Going through a full renewal, a full cleansing. Okay? Changing your perception, your mindset, how you see yourself, how you see the world, what you are capable of, how beautiful or handsome you are, how talented and skillful you are, that there is nothing that you cannot have, that you cannot obtain, and you are protected and supported. We're here. We got you. You are connected. You're very spiritually in tune. Very spiritually in tune. You could be someone who talks to their ancestors, on a regular basis. You're in counsel. You speak to your spirit guides. Those who have transitioned over. You talk to source. You communicate. Okay? You're not pump faking. You're not someone who wants to go into a cathedral and scream and shout, but on a regular basis is afraid to go into counsel because you're worried about what somebody thinks. You're not pump faking. You're really about this life. And it is beautiful. This is beautiful, collective. Things have been out of place for you for a long time. You could feel more at home now, more comfort, more ease. And if you're not in this energy, remain optimistic about your present as well as your future, because it's going to turn up and increase for you in a positive way, where you feel more calm, more at ease, at ease. Maybe you are turning to the east. Okay, that's helpful as well. That's another video. But more at ease, more comfort, more peace, more tranquility in your life. You know, there was a time where you felt out of place, but now you feel like things are in place for you. It feels so good. It feels like a dream. There could have been a relationship that you were in where you were madly in love with someone, but there was just so much toxic energy in the way, but you could not figure out what it was. There was always gossip, he say, she say. Maybe you felt you and your partner were always at odds with each other, always disagreeing. So much when you felt that you loved this person, you could have felt like you wanted to run away. You probably would think or say to yourself, I wish I could just run away with this person. You know, if it wasn't their family, it was your family. If it wasn't your family, it was their family. Somebody giving their 2 cents, some gossip, some he say, some she say. Okay, I'm picking up that was a relationship from your past. Maybe as a young adult in your 20s or something, you were very in love with someone, very passionately. Okay, this could be someone who you consider to be your first love. I'm not sure, but I'm picking that up. You consider you consider this person to be a first love, but it was too much friction. One moment everything is all good, next minute topsy turvy. So you could have been in a relationship where you were experiencing projection, not just you, but your partner was also getting negative projection, maybe from people on their side of family as well as your side of the family. Okay, you are now also coming together with like-minded energy, people whom you have things in common with, people whom gets your fly, your vibe, your tribe kind of energy. You can be yourself. You know, you can be yourself wholeheartedly, confidently, and not worry about a thing. No one mocking you. If you were able to experience a need for a helping hand, if the helping hand is there, with no unpure intentions behind it. You have given birth to a whole new world for yourself. Give yourself credit, male or female. Both masculine and feminine energy resides in all human beings. Give yourself more credit. Give yourself a pat on the back. And even if you are at the beginning of separating from this family or this group of people, put it where it resonates for you. Give yourself credit. Be easy on yourself. You're doing wonderful. Do you know how many people who choose to stay collective in these chains? Give yourself credit. You're doing wonderful. You're doing fabulous. And I feel it all through the read, and it's very beautiful. Do you know how many people choose to stay? Oh no, I'm gonna stay in these chains because I was told, I was promised this dove here. No, you're like, no, forget being told what I'm promised. I'm going to create my own life and give it to myself and co-create with the universe and manifest the life that I know that I am fully deserving of and that I desire. This represents your ancestors, letting you know once again, we support you. We support you. We're here for you. We support you. We support you. We're here. We support you. You could be someone who likes the moon gaze, someone who could be possibly studying constellations at this time. You enjoy stargazing. Trust the process that you are supported. Do not allow anything outside of you to make you feel that you're on the wrong path, or you're going to be loved any less, or you're not going to be supported. Always go where you are celebrated and not tolerated. What is for you will never pass you by. No one can take anything from you unless you give your power away. You've done this before. You've done this before. You're not new to this, you're true to this. And anyone that tries to get in your way, they're just relinquishing their power. They're just fueling you up. They're giving their power away. But you are protected. You don't have to fear. You don't have to be full of anxiety. Do not allow people to project fear onto you. Also, do not listen to the media and allow yourself to become furious or nervous. One moment you're in a good mood, but you sat there and you watch the television for an hour, or you're trolling something on the media and it has you feeling alarmed or in the energy of fear. Spirit is saying that energy is false. It's not real. It's not real. So that's not to say to be oblivious or ignore, but there are limitations and boundaries. And as you work on knowing yourself, one step is going to pivot you in another. I don't even have to say anymore. And you'll begin to learn and know what is real and what is fake. Because you're learning all about the tree of life. All about you. Someone loves wearing Timberland boots, Timberlands. Someone does construction work, or they just love the Timberland boots. Remember, they know who you are. They don't have to say it. They show it with their actions. They know who you are. They know you are the enlightened one. They know you are the enlightened one. They know who you are. Where's the other card? Where's the other card? They know who you are. They know who you are, darling. See the light? They know. They know who you are. They're not going to say it, but they know it. So if you ever come up against any friction, people being disrespectful, confrontational, whether you know them, you don't know them, people just being rude or bold, whether it's somebody, you're dating, doesn't matter, a stranger, a neighbor, whoever. Spirit is saying that's just an indication for you not to engage. Don't even communicate with that person. Say less. People know who you are. They don't have to say it. They feel it. They feel this light when you walk in the room. And I'm not saying it because it's a popular thing that's spoken on or said on YouTube. They feel it. They see it and they feel it. You make folks quiver. And you're doing nothing wrong but standing in your purpose. But this is part of your purpose. This is part of you are who you are. This is part of your gifts. Use your gifts wisely. Be patient with yourself. Stay grateful and stay confident. You have taken back your power. Rightfully so. It belongs to you. It belongs to you. Enjoy. Later.